Welcome back, ladies and gents. Getting on with some more Horizon Forbidden West. Let's listen to this rumor.
You're the outlander who stood against Regala and her rebels.
Only if it means we're good here.
Don't worry. I'm not here to drink your blood, or whatever you Easterners think we do. The slaughter at the embassy wasn't your fight, yet you stood by the marshals. As far as I'm concerned, you're no enemy of the Tenakth. But you are going to need help if you plan on surviving the Clanlands. I hear and see many things as a scout. I could share them with you, aid you on your journey.
I'd be grateful.
Well then. I spotted a group of Osram salvagers wandering the edge of the desert, near the southwestern border. I'd report it, but I don't think they'll last long. If the machines down there don't get them, the storms will.
Oh, that's kind of you. Sounds like
Keep
those
your eyes
Osram could
open
use a
out there,
hand.
soldier.
I'll keep an eye out for them if I'm down there. Shotgun. Land out here is sick with blight too. But we'll be able to heal all of it. Once Gaia is strong enough to capture Hephaestus.
Okay. Whoops. Sorry about that, guys. I was saying earlier that you could pause and read all about the subordinate functions in your own time if you would like. However, the other thing I wanted to mention was that I did look up Eleuthia because there was no mention of her in the subordinate functions real fast. She's the one that just stated all of the humans back up on her back. Well, brought all the humans back basically. And well, again, I know a lot about Greek mythology, but this goddess had escaped me, so I decided to do a little looking around for it. It's not quite the same spelling or pronunciation, but in Greek mythology, she was a minor goddess of childbirth. Which I always love the distinction between the minor and major gods and goddesses, but as much as I love them, I'm not gonna try not to delve too much into all of them. Just the ones that appear in this game. That being said,
I'll have to watch my step.
if you're ever interested in hearing about all of them, please let me know, and I will discuss them during one of these playthroughs.
Not one more step. The Tenakth don't suffer outlanders in the Clanlands.
I was given rite of passage by Marshal Fashav. I'm not here to fight.
Hair like blood. This is the warrior who defeated Gruda, champion of the traitor Regala. Her life is not ours to take. You may enter, but mind our ways. You will be watched.
I'll keep that in mind.
Man, they are grumpy people.
I don't need a chaplain telling you what battles to fight.
The real battle is arguing with you.
I will look into that in a bit. Because, well, let's be real. It's gonna be crazy. Spike Snout and Bellowback. I don't think I've come across them in my travels yet. Ooh. Huh. Blighted meat. It's technically a junk consumable. Sure. I'm not selling any of this stuff. Ooh, crunchy spike stock. Honestly, it all sounds pretty good to me. Okay. Use the workbench. There's an outfit upgrade. Yes. Some plasma. That acid getting upgraded is always nice. A Sunwing Shield Caster. Ooh. Okay, this is going to be a pain. Quiet Spear, Silent Strike Heal, Silent Strike Gain. Okay. A lot of Sunwing stuff that I gotta grab for that. Ooh, yes. Braided wires now no longer in sharp demand. Of course. Oh wait, I actually have enough for this one. Sure, why not? Upgrade it fully. Of course, the Scrounger Circulator again. Alrighty, well, let's go grab this side quest, because, again, this is one that I do like.
Look, we don't get those hearts, we don't get water, and everyone dies. I'm going back to the pens. I'll gut those machines myself.
So machines did this?
An Easterner with a hair like blood. The Outlander from the embassy.
You killed Greta, Regala's champion. He was one of ours.
It's Aloy, and I'm not looking for any trouble.
Maybe I could use some trouble right about now.
Out there is a big herd my people harvest. We take the machines' hearts, send them to our capital, get paid with water. It's harder every year. Killer machines keep showing up to defend the herd. Last one hit us right as we were penning up our prey. Nearly wiped us out. But our quarry is still in the pens, which means if I can get their hearts, we can trade for the water we need.
If you go out there alone, you'll probably wind up dead, Draka.
I'm not going alone, Chaplain. The great champion killer's coming with me.
How about you answer some questions first?
The herd.
What can you tell me about this herd?
Been there for years. We harvest the parts we need from it. No more, no less. New machines always show up to replace our kills.
What about the killer machines you mentioned?
They guard the herd. The more we take out, the more arrive. First Sawtooths, then Ravagers. Now, a sandblasted Thunderjaw. Hit us right as we were herding machines into our pens. Had to leave half my hunters behind to fend it off. Only survivors are the ones you see here.
You mentioned the capital gives you water.
There's no giving. We pay tribute for it with machine parts. Parts being the most valuable. Every other desert village has some resource to exchange. But the capital of Scalding Spear is the only one with a constant supply of water. Here in dry country, it's the same as holding everyone's lives in their hands.
It is the way of the desert. How we've always survived.
Yeah.
Doesn't sound like you like this commander of yours.
Survival in the desert requires a more disciplined approach than that of other clans.
Means she really likes her rules and order.
But you don't.
I just don't like hers.
This is insubordination.
I must be dehydrated.
I heard him calling you chaplain. What does that mean?
It means I've survived our youth and outlived my brethren in many battles. As such, I counsel the Desert Clan. Those who reach my age are meant to share our wisdom with the young. Keep them on the true warrior's path when their stubbornness kicks up dust and clouds it.
You knew Regala's champion, Gruda.
He was one of ours. So was Regala. Desert Clan's pride and joy.
Why is she attacking her own people?
She feels betrayed. Regala was a legend among our clan, fearless and unrelenting. A marshal to Hekarro, chief of all Tenakth. His judgment made flesh.
What changed?
The Karja king asked for peace, and Hekarro agreed. Regala wanted payment in kind for the atrocities the Karja committed. A Tenakth empire that would push into the east. So she challenged Hekarro's decision. He had no choice but to face her in combat.
Hekarro won. She should have died by his hand then, but the chief let her live. For Tenakth, that kind of mercy is a bitter drink.
Now that she rides machines and murders marshals, we might not be able to ignore her camps in the desert for much longer.
No one in the Desert Clan's touching those camps. This is between Regala and Hekarro. If the chief's strong enough to lead, he'll prevail. If he doesn't, he'll make way for one who is.
That's a little harsh, isn't it?
So's the desert.
I'll help you harvest those pen machines if I can. Probably better if you don't do it on your own. Seems like your village needs you right now.
I like her.
An outlander after my own heart. We can leave now, or I can meet you at our outpost southeast of here.
I'm gonna meet him there.
I have something to take care of first. You go on ahead.
I'll wait at the outpost for as long as I can.
May the Ten protect you then. I will await your return and report to the capital.
Yeah, you do that.
Level 17, burning blooms. Let's go deal with the bristleback one. Mostly because, at the very least, I can finish some stuff, really. Now, where's the fire here? There we go. I don't know about you all, but I love just laying on some fire. Okay. What's the better one for this? What are you? Sky Drifter. Sunwing there. Oh, for some of that, I may do that. I'm not too sure yet.
These were the salvagers I met in Barrenlight. Looks like something's going on.
You really think you can do that?
Roof, come on!
I'll check out the salvaging thing in just a second, but for now, I gotta run this way. Well, okay then.
Some kind of outpost. With fence. It might be where Regala's keeping her machines. I need to find a way to get in there. I can scan the area to see what I'm up against. And tag any rebels or machines in my focus to keep track of them.
Push over the tree.
What was that? Better check it out.
Okay.
Ah, that old tree finally decided to fall.
Slow and steady wins the race.
Could fry that machine with shock ammo.
As much as I would love to just kill,
Boy,
well,
steady.
defeat, I guess is the better wording.
I'm in. I have to clear out this place before I can look around.
Why did we have to stay behind to guard tame machines? We should be out there fighting.
Someone needs to keep an eye on them. Regala will run us through if we lose any more.
It wasn't our fault. The ground opened up out of nowhere.
Huh. See if she cares for that excuse.
Okay. Okay. Deal with that. Get rid of him that way. Always make sure you have an excellent amount of everything. Okay, he is dead. Well, unalived, I guess. Man, the crunchiness of those shots is...
They're searching for me.
Gotta be stealthy. Two. Okay, almost done. Last one. Okay. Okay, gotta get everything that I can. Okay. Yeah, I love when I'm an idiot. Whew.
Out of pens, not that many machines. Where'd they all go? Better check in that cave.
Come on, you should know by now where they all went.
The drawbridge. Might be my way across.
Man, I'm just really filling it up, huh?
Looks like there are a couple of weak points. There are ropes attached to the bridge. A wheel can control the bridge. I should take a look.
Two.
That's one half of the bridge. How to drop the other side. There. Bridge is down.
Yes.
Bristleback. It looks like it fell into a tunnel. So the rebels were keeping bristlebacks here. The machines fell into the tunnel, which must have collapsed as they ran further in. What if Alden's explosives created the sinkhole? I should head back to Chainscrape to let Javad know.
Absolutely stunning job. Okay. Gonna stop off at,
Here I come.
there we go. Yeah, I'm gonna stop off at that, salvage camp. That was not intended, but oh well.
This must be the salvagers I met in Barren Light. Looks like something's going on.
Buckets of scrap. If it isn't the savior of Meridian, and of my very own operation. Laren, say hello.
Hello, nice to meet you.
You know, if it weren't for this one, I probably wouldn't be standing here right now. Nasty business, what the Tenakth did back at the embassy. But everyone in Barren Light is thankful you drove them off.
So this is your salvage operation.
You won't find a better place to trade machine parts in the West. And soon we'll be trading in more than just that. For too long, the West has been, well, forbidden. Dangerous. But what if I told you we could make an armor so tough, so infallible, that you'd never have to worry about survival out here again?
I'd be curious to take a look at it.
Of course you would. And that's why I've asked my most talented salvagers to find what they need to make that armor. Each of them will present their work to me. The best protection will go on sale to hunters, just like you.
Lucky me.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I have some business to attend to back in Chainscrape. Laren can take care of you while I'm gone. Can't wait to see what you come up with, my boy.
Leave it to me. It'll blow all the others out of the forge.
You have got to help me.
What are you talking about?
The armor. I made a dozen versions of it. But none of them were good enough. And there are other crews further west. If they make better armor than mine, I can kiss that keg full of shards goodbye.
So you get a prize if Karif picks your armor?
A big one. And I finally have the perfect design. I just need the right parts, and fast. So maybe you'd be willing to pick up a contract and get them for me?
What would I be looking for?
Shell walker containers. Their plating's made to withstand a lot of damage. It'll make the perfect armor. I know it.
I think I can handle that.
Ah, thank the forge. All right. We scouted out a herd near here. Here's the contract. It'll tell you everything you need to know. You take the machines down. My people will pick up the containers.
I'll give this a closer look later. Thanks.
Counting on you, Aloy.
Alrighty. Yeah, I don't know if I'll end up actually doing that. I just picked it up to pick it up. But if I do, well, it'll be interesting, that's for sure. Jataka. Draka. Oh yes, I was planning on showing this. So, if you want to read it, go ahead and read it. I don't think I will. Yeah, there's Eleuthia. Makes sense when I know who it is for once. Okay, Hades, Hephaestus, Minerva, and Poseidon. Those two butted heads, I don't know why they're so close to one another. Well, it was more Athena, Poseidon, but still, they butted heads. So much in the old times. Oh, that's what it is, a salvage contract. Okay. Oh man, well, slot is locked. Okay. But back to chain scrape real fast. Man, that is a distance.
Almost ready to go?
Okay.
See you again, Savior. So, you've returned from the west. Any luck?
The Bristlebacks were being penned by Tenakth rebels on the other side of the mountains. Ulvin's explosives opened up a sinkhole, dropping them into the tunnels.
Which they followed to the mine and out into the Daunt.
Right. Aside from the rebels, if anyone is to blame for the Bristlebacks, it's Ulvund.
Radiant beams of the sun. And all this time, he was pointing the finger at us. Bring Ulvund here. Petra, too.
Summoned like a blasted ale winch. You best be meaning to put pen to parch. What? Why is she here?
I live here too, lugnut. So what's this about?
Thanks to the Savior, the sun has shown the truth on the Bristleback incursion. Tenakth rebels were keeping pens of machines on the other side of the mountains. A sinkhole swallowed them, releasing them into the underground tunnels that led east and out into the Daunt.
So it was an accident. But let us not forget that it was the Karja.
I'm not done. The sinkhole only formed due to your unauthorized blasting in the southern mine, Ulvund. You are responsible for the machine rampage, the workers we lost, the destruction the Bristlebacks caused. All of it.
My dear magistrate, has your precious son baked your senses? I would never give such an order without first consulting you.
Evidence says otherwise. Aloy found the shipping manifest in the mine. You skirted the laws of the Sundom, Ulvund. All for a few extra shards.
And that's not the only mine you've been squeezing. Corvin's crew would have drowned if it weren't for Aloy.
I demand an official investigation. I won't be the victim of some Karja scheme.
Certainly. We'll conduct a thorough inquest into everything. The Bristlebacks, the mine. Every business deal you ever put your name to.
Well, that's not necessary, is it? What if I just return to the claim?
Oh, well, that would save the Crown the cost.
Of course. I'll be on my way as soon as I wrap up some previous commitments, tie up some loose ends. After all, the welfare of Chainscrape's people in a transition like this...
Nope, you're leaving right now. Chainscrape will be just fine.
You think she can run this scorched-out forged dump? Ha! Knock yourself out.
Get out.
Oh, don't want you, don't need you. Down with all There's your break! Get off me!
Mud looks good on you, Ulvund.
As the sun burns away shadow. Thank you for that, Aloy.
Well, he had it coming.
Here, please accept this token of gratitude. You've done the Sundom and my sanity a great service. And I believe we have some matters to discuss.
Guess we do. Not the most pleasant boots to fill, but I'll wear them. All thanks to you, Flamehair.
A happy ending for Chainscrape, which is always good.
Chainscrape will be better off with Petra in charge.
Now, who has a side quest for? It's Petra, ain't it?
Hey, Aloy. Back for more, huh? Another round here? Heard you've been busy. As for me, I'm gonna need a few more of these before I get back to the forge.
Is there something on your mind?
Well, things are better since Ulvin got the boot. It may take a while to get this place running smooth. If you don't put that down, I'll come over there and show you how that game ends. Anyway, right now, I'm just worried about those refugees out from Sunfall. To come all this way enduring Forge knows what.
Shadow Carja refugees. What are they doing in the Daunt?
Looking for a new home, I gather. They're camped out by an old trailhead, southwest of here. And therein lies the problem. A Stormbird crashed up on the cliffs last week, and Talon Cleanbrokers had his eye on the salvage ever since. But the refugees have barred entrance. Mustn't interrupt their sun-scorched ritual. Something about finding a twilight path.
Huh. I never heard them talk about that before.
Yeah, well, these particular Shadow Carja are an odd bunch. But overall, they're peaceful folk. Not that it matters to Talon. He'll crack some heads to get to that salvage. Maybe you could swing by, convince him to set up camp somewhere else?
I thought you'd be back in Freeheap.
Well, after the big battle at Meridian, I went back. But realized it was running smooth. Didn't need me. Heard about the rebuilding out at Barren Light. Figured they could use another hammer. And thanks to your handiwork, I got my hands full getting this place into shape.
I guess you found the right place.
Guess I did.
What else can you tell me about the Shadow Carja refugees?
Well, they don't call themselves Shadow Carja for one. At least, not anymore. They're some other brand of sun-crazed. But whatever side of the sun they're on, they're peaceful through and through. Don't seem to want for nothing except a place to live, pray, and just enough food to keep from starving.
So they're just camped outside by a trail, blocking entry to a wrecked Stormbird, waiting for what, exactly?
Don't rightly know, but I'll tell you this. Should they ever wise up and salvage it, a Stormbird heart is worth a lot. And if they get there first, then by Ostrom law, it's theirs. Not that Tolan Cleanbrokers ever lost sleep over any law breaking.
Who is this Talland Cleanbroker?
Just some chuff-huffing pondsman. Got a shop here in town. Lived in Chainscrape since there was a Chainscrape. He and Ulvin go back a ways. Like a pair of coals and a campfire, those two.
He didn't clear out when Ulvin left?
Two might be chummy, but Talon scrapes up his own scams. Got just enough deniability to keep his shop open. And he ain't the type to let a few refugees get between him and Stormbird salvage.
The concession decree Ulvin wanted, what was it exactly? And how would it have helped him?
Big old pig diddle, that's what.
A writ that would have put all Ostrom claims in the Daunt under Ostrom law, even though they're on Carja land. It would have meant that any existing ore, stone, and timber claims couldn't be revoked by the Carja. No more risk, no more hesitation for investors back in the claim to pour in the shards and expand their business. And since Ulvin had a stake in all those claims, it would have made him richer than a scrapper in a junk heap. Not to mention Chainscrape would have become an Ostrom municipality, so he could have bought enough votes to call himself an Elderman. He's a sly old badger, I'll give him that. Almost got away with it, too.
Well, if I'm up that way, I'll talk to the refugees. Try to convince them to move.
Much appreciated. They have it rough. Don't need Talon making it rougher.
Petra said Talland has a shop here in Chainscrape. I could have a word with him first.
I'm not too sure if I will do this side quest. It's one of those where it's like, maybe I will, maybe I won't. I'll figure it out with time. Okay. Can I do this? It's tempting just to get my level to go up, but Silent Strike Plus. Yes, because sometimes it just doesn't do what I need. Combat is combat. Okay, what was this? R1, hold R2, R1, 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 R2. Okay, got that one. Oh, and for anyone curious about the crossed spears here, it's just a little training pit for those melee attacks that I have now. That's about all. I'll decide on whether or not I'm going to do that side mission later. For now, that does continue on, hopefully. Well, I say continue on, but I have a feeling we're coming up on that time limit there. Yes, we are. Alrighty, ladies and gents, I will catch you in the next one.